The Lord said to Moses, "Pharaoh's heart is hardened. He refuses to let the people go. Go to Pharaoh in the morning as he goes out to the water. Stand on the bank of the Nile to meet him, and take in your hand the staff that was turned into a serpent. You shall say to him, 'The Lord, the God of the Hebrews, sent me to you, saying, Let my people go, that they may serve me in the wilderness. But so far you have not obeyed. Thus says the Lord, by this you shall know that I am the Lord. Behold, with the staff that is in my hand, I will strike the water in the Nile, and it shall be turned into blood. The fish shall die, the river will stink, and the Egyptians will grow weary of drinking water.' The Lord said to Moses, 'Tell Aaron to stretch out his hand over all the waters of Egypt, so they may become blood.' Moses and Aaron did as commanded. In the sight of Pharaoh, Aaron struck the Nile, and all the water turned into blood. The fish died, and the river stank so that the Egyptians could not drink from it. But the magicians did the same by their secret arts, yet Pharaoh's heart remained hardened. He turned and went into his house and did not take it to heart. The Egyptians dug along the Nile for water to drink. 7 days passed. Then the Lord said, 'Go to Pharaoh and say, Let my people go, that they may serve me. If you refuse, I will plague your land with frogs.' The river swarmed with frogs that came into houses, bedrooms, and even ovens. Aaron stretched out his hand, and frogs covered Egypt. The magicians also made frogs appear. Then Pharaoh called Moses and Aaron and said, 'Plead with the Lord to take them away, and I will let the people go.' Moses agreed, and the frogs died out, gathered in heaps, and the land stank. But when Pharaoh saw relief, he hardened his heart and would not listen. Then the Lord said, 'Strike the dust of the earth so that it becomes gnats.' Aaron did so, and gnats covered man and beast. The magicians tried to do the same, but could not. They said, 'This is the finger of God,' yet Pharaoh's heart remained hardened. Then the Lord said, 'Rise early and present yourself to Pharaoh. Say, Let my people go, or I will send swarms of flies.' But the Lord set apart the land of Goshen, where Israel lived, so that no flies would be there. The Lord did so, and flies filled the houses of Egypt. Pharaoh called Moses and said, 'Go, sacrifice within the land.' But Moses said they must go into the wilderness. Pharaoh agreed, but warned them not to go far. Moses prayed, and the flies were removed. Not one remained, but Pharaoh hardened his heart again. Then the Lord said, 'If you refuse, a severe plague will fall on your livestock.' The next day, all the livestock of Egypt died, but none of Israel's animals were harmed. Pharaoh investigated and saw this was true, yet his heart remained hard. Then the Lord said, 'Take soot and throw it into the air.' It became boils on man and beast. Even the magicians could not stand because of the sowers. Still, Pharaoh would not listen. Then the Lord said, 'Let my people go. If not, I will send hail such as has never been seen.' Some of Pharaoh's servants feared the Lord and brought their livestock indoors, but others ignored the warning. Moses stretched out his hand, and the Lord sent thunder, hail, and fire. It struck everything in the field, both man and beast, and destroyed crops and trees. Only in Goshen was there no hail. Pharaoh called Moses and said, 'I have sinned. The Lord is right. Plead for this to stop, and I will let you go.' Moses said he would pray, but knew Pharaoh did not yet fear the Lord. The hail ceased when Moses prayed, but Pharaoh sinned again and hardened his heart. Then the Lord said, 'Go to Pharaoh, for I have hardened his heart, that I may show my signs, and that you may tell your children what I have done.' Moses warned Pharaoh about locusts. They would cover the land and eat everything left after the hail. Pharaoh's servants pleaded with him to let the people go, but he tried to compromise, allowing only the men. Moses refused. The Lord brought an east wind, and locusts covered Egypt. They ate every plant and fruit until nothing green remained. Pharaoh quickly called Moses and said, 'I have sinned. Pray that this death be removed." Moses prayed, and the Lord drove the locusts into the Red Sea. Not one remained. But Pharaoh's heart was hardened again. Then the Lord said, "Stretch out your hand toward heaven, that there may be darkness." Thick darkness covered Egypt for 3 days. No one moved, but the people of Israel had light where they lived. Then Pharaoh called Moses and said, "Go, serve the Lord. Your little ones may go, but leave your livestock." Moses refused, saying nothing could be left behind. But the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, and he would not let them go. Then Pharaoh said to him, "Get away from me. Take care never to see my face again, for on the day you see my face you shall die." Moses said, "As you say, I will not see your face again."